Hey everybody, and welcome to another Cricut craft tutorial. You guys have been asking for this, and with the design bundles dollar sale being today, I know a lot of you picked up some awesome deals. I want to show you guys how I organize my SVG files. Now, the way I organize may be a little bit different than the way you would do it, but this is just how I do it, and you kind of need to think about how you look for things, so how you search for items. So if you want to search for a cat, are you going to search under animals? Do you want all your cat stuff under cats? So I'm going to show you guys how to download both SVGs and fonts in zipped folders and how to extract them and how to organize. So let's get started. We're going to start with some design bundle stuff. In design bundles, we are going to go ahead and download a product to show you guys how I organize my SVGs. So I'm going to start with our earring template. This is from the Little Craft bundle, but you can buy the template separate if you would like. But these are really fun, like florally, kind of cool looking earrings. So all you're going to do is click download product, and it's going to ask us where we want to save it. So I always save it to my Cricut folder. Now, I don't have a folder for earrings, so all I'm going to do is right click in like a blank space, click new, and then folder, and I'm going to call this folder earrings. I'm going to put it into my earrings folder. Go ahead and click save. Now you have to unzip your files in order to use them. So we'll open our file folder and you'll see that there's a ton of different styles. I'm going to click on extract all, and it's going to ask me where to extract them to. Go ahead, click browse, and we're going to extract them back into that earring folder. That way everything is nice and organized. So go ahead and click on that, select that folder, and click extract. Once it finishes doing that, if you go into your Cricut folder, you open up your earrings, there are your earring templates right there. Now, if you want to be able to see what the earring looks like without having to open it, right click, click view, and click large icons, and it will show you what the icon is. Now you could potentially pull all of these out of these subfolders if you really wanted to, but for me, I don't really like doing that. It takes too long. I would rather just be able to click in it, click view, large icon, and see which earring I'm looking at. Now, if we have a folder already made, so I already have one that is for mandalas. So I have this adorable little turtle mandala, so let's go ahead and download him. Click download product. We're going to go to our Cricut folder, and we're going to find our mandala folder, which is right here. And you'll see I have these organized by animals, food, or words. So this is going to be an animal. And go ahead and just click save. Again, these come as zipped folders, so you'll need to unzip it by clicking on it. Click extract all, browse, and go to your mandala folder. And find the animal folder and just go ahead and select that, click extract. Now it opens up this. Again, you can just view them by clicking on large icons, and you'll see that we have all these different little items. Now these two, the PDFs, you do not have to keep these. They are typically just the creator giving you some information. So you can go ahead and just get rid of those if you don't want to keep them. I don't typically keep the EPS or the DXF of any of them or the illustrators because I don't need them, I don't use them, and it just clears up a little bit of space on my hard drive so that I don't have to use them, and then it kind of gives me a little less to sort through. Now when you go to load these into your Silhouette, if you have the business edition, or your Cricut design space, you want to make sure you use this internet icon because that is your SVG document. You can hover over it and it tells you what type of file it is. So this is an SVG. This one is a PNG. This one is a JPG. And this one should be a PNG as well. And this one should also be a PNG. Now I do recommend, if you want to kind of save some space on your hard drive, what you can do is after you've extracted and loaded your design onto your Cricut, you can get rid of everything except the zip folder. Keep your zip folder, that way you don't have to re-download it again, but you can unzip it again, and it's totally fine to do, but it'll save you a little bit of space on your hard drive. Now for fonts, I do my fonts a little bit differently than maybe some other people, but I wanted to show you how I do my fonts. So let's find a font. Okay, let's do Oh Wonder. So what you'll do, again, click download files, and it's going to give you a ton of files. Sometimes these come in zipped folders and sometimes they don't. So I want to show you this one. You always want to choose the open type font if it is given you the option. So this one has several versions of the font, and you want to download all of them because they're all going to offer you a different look to your font. So we'll just start right here at the top. It's going to do the same thing where it's going to take us to our folder and ask us where we want to save it. I have a fonts folder. My fonts folder is in my Cricut folder under fonts, and I just save it right to my fonts folder. Go ahead and click save. It is going to go ahead and download our font, and here is our font right here. You can just open it, but if you click install here, it won't typically install for all users. So a quick trick around that is to go to your folder that has your font in it, right click on it, and for me, I can just click the word install for all users. It's going to install our font, and once it's installed, I just move it right into my installed folder. That way I know that I've already done it. And you can do that for each of the types of this font, and you can actually download each of the open type fonts and then just go into your folder and download them. You just want to make sure you kind of keep track of where you left off, and we'll get the last one and then just click save. Easy as that. You can go right into your fonts folder, and then I can typically select all of them and click install for all users, and it will install all of my fonts. That's why I do it this way, and then I'm just going to move them into installed. That way I know I've done it. Now I'm going to find one that has them in a zipped folder. Let's see if any of these. A lot of these ones, they don't typically zip them, which is nice. It makes it super easy to download. But sometimes if you get to this one has the coffee shop font bundle. So this is a bundle of fonts. So you're getting a bunch of them all in one zipped folder. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go into my fonts, click save. I'm going to open that zip folder that has my fonts in it. Once you open up your coffee shop font bundle, click extract all. Make sure you browse and put it in the correct folder. You don't want to accidentally put it in the wrong place. Select fonts and then select the folder, click extract. I'm going to let that extract really quick, and what we'll do is we'll go back to the fonts folder, and you'll see that we have this coffee shop bundle. Now with this one you have a couple of random files, so again you can delete what you don't want. So all the PDFs can go. The JPEG files on these, I'll show you what it is. It's usually just showing you like the what they put on the website as a preview, so you really don't need it unless you really want it. And again, you're going to use the open type file. So we're going to find all the open type file fonts. Click on those, right click, click install for all users. Now, because this was a zipped folder and I had to unzip it into its own folder, go back to fonts, and then you can just take both of these folders, click and put them into installed, or you can remove this folder that has the same files in it and just keep the zipped one and move the zipped one into installed. For me, it just helps me keep track, especially if I'm downloading multiple fonts all at once, and that way I know if I've installed them or I haven't. It's really, really easy to do. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Everybody is going to organize their SVGs differently, so it's important that you kind of figure out what you want and how you want to organize them. If you are somebody who wants to organize every type of animal design in one folder, that is awesome. If you want to do all the mandalas and animal stuff in one, that's cool. If you want to do mandalas separately, that's fine. If you want to do like nurse SVGs, doctor SVGs, all of those in separate folders, that is totally fine. It's kind of a personal preference as to how you organize and what works best for you. I hope you guys learned a little something and got some ideas on how to organize your folders. I think this is one of the best ways to keep yourself organized. That way you know where stuff is. I'll show you my folder really quick before we go. I've got different folders for different things. So I have my 651 logos, acrylic blanks, and if you open my acrylic blanks, I have them all sort of separated out. We've got mom keychains, the Ohio keychain, and the sunflower keychains that I've used. My animals folder right now just has a couple little things in it, nothing too exciting. My biggest folder right now is probably my mandalas, which has animals, food, and words. So if you go to the animals, you have those. You go to food, you have all of these ones. And again, if you just need to see them, just click view, click large icons, and it brings up your design. This is, again, something super personal. If you want to move some things around, like you can see, mine is kind of a little bit messy, and eventually I'll get better at organizing and keeping them, you know, in a more organized fashion. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys how you can organize your files. If you guys, again, have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I will link the video that shows you how to download the SVG viewer so that you guys can see the preview of your SVG if you prefer it that way versus looking at your PNG. Have a great day and happy crafting.